Meghan Markle is now just weeks away from going from commoner to princess, and our next guest knows a little bit about what that might be like. Julie Montague left her small town in Sugar Grove, Illinois in 2004 to marry the heir to the Earl of Sandwich, and she's been successfully navigating life in British high society ever since. And Julie joins us now from our LA newsroom to tell us a little bit about what Meghan might expect before she becomes royalty. So Julie, first off, thank you so much for being with us. Your husband Luke is the heir to the Earl of Sandwich, so help us common folk out here for a second. Break that down. What does that exactly mean?
Yes, it's a really good question, because actually when I first married him, I'm like, what is the Earl of Sandwich? And I didn't even know that it still existed. I thought it was really a myth, but it is not a myth. It is fact that the Earl of Sandwich is the one who actually invented the sandwich that we all eat today. So it was named after him because he was a big gambler and he didn't want to mess up his cards, so he put 2 pieces of bread on either side of his roast beef, and that is how the sandwich was born.
Okay, well, it sounds like your husband's ancestors are heroes to us all for different reasons, certainly. I got to ask you, when you first found out that Luke is from royalty, what was your reaction?
Well, again, you know, I think for me, being from Sugar Grove, Illinois, the only thing I kind of knew that really existed about the royal family was Princess Diana and Queen Elizabeth and, of course, Harry, William, and maybe a little bit Prince Charles. So I didn't know that there's this whole other world of British aristocracy. You know, you go to England and there's, you know, dukes and duchesses and earls and countesses and viscount and viscountesses and baron and baronesses. And so for me, I had to get a real lesson on A, who these people were, and B, understanding the history on what gave them their title. So it still to this day is quite daunting, and I still am actually 20 years later trying to figure it all out.
Okay, so put yourself in the shoes of Meghan Markle then. What kind of culture shock can Meghan expect going from an actress to marrying a prince?
Do you know, that is the big thing. It is quite a culture shock. I think number one, it's a culture shock marrying, you know, obviously into royalty, but she's moving to a totally different country. And even though we, you know, technically speak the same language, it's still a totally different country and a different culture. So there are a lot of manners, I would say, that she is definitely going to have to learn.
Okay, I know you're going to be hosting coverage of the royal wedding for BBC on May 19th. Really quickly, do you have any predictions for the big day? Maybe what kind of dress we can expect Meghan to wear?
Yeah, do you know, I've been asked this a lot, and I really feel I have this prediction that she's going to wear an American designer because she's going to keep her American roots, but then she's going to wear some type of royal tiara. So I think she's going to combine sort of the family that she's marrying into by wearing the tiara on her head, but keeping her American roots, and hopefully she's going to use an American designer.
All right, well, we're less than 25 days away. We can't wait. Julie, thank you so much for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you at the royal wedding on May 19th.